Hi, my name is Ron Matheson. I'm a Senior Vice President with WebsiteClosers.com. We're a boutique brokerage that represents savvy entrepreneurial buyers and sellers of online businesses. And this focus comes in various forms, including e-commerce sites, eBay sites, online business-to-business sales, online service websites, Amazon central accounts, and many others. Today's segment will be on the struggle associated with finding the right buyer when selling an online business or software application. In our experience, some, but not many business owners will attempt to sell their own business for sale by owner via the online marketplace before going to a brokerage professional. 99% of the time, this is not a successful venture and usually ends up resulting in wasted time, and if by some miracle the business is able to be sold, it is at a selling price that is far too low than what the actual market would have borne if a professional broker had handled the deal. We've been in business for over 20 years, so we know what to look for when we call a home run buyer, okay? Our job is to ensure that we bring only the best, most suited buyers to both the seller as well as the lending bank to ensure that nobody's time is wasted. The wrong buyer can cost a seller a number of months of wasted time because they were either never really serious about buying the business or they were scouting the business for confidential information, and they never really had the assets that the bank was looking for in an acquisition. So let's dive a little deeper into each of these three issues separately. First, tire kickers. Tire kickers are a dime a dozen. They are always the people that have always wanted to buy a business but can never seem to pull the trigger. They don't have the assets necessary to buy the business, so they don't pass the liquidity test, but they also don't have the wherewithal to handle the stress of closing on, owning, and operating a business. Now, believe it or not, there are a lot of people in the marketplace that spend years looking for a small business to buy or a startup, but for a number of reasons, it just never happens. If you're trying to sell your business, you might want to be objective enough or asking the right questions that identify whether a person is a tire kicker or a real buyer. At Website Closers, we know exactly what to look for and what questions to ask and how to filter out the tire kickers to make sure that the right buyer for a particular business comes in. This comes from our unique experience in the internet sector, something even other brokerages simply do not understand. Second, okay, let's discuss confidential information trolls. These are the people that are already in a particular sector or looking to get into it and think the best way to do so is to perform due diligence on a company and steal as much information as they possibly can from the seller. They may then use that information to create their own business. Thus, by allowing such a person to get involved in a potential sale of a business, you risk wasting time and creating competitors. Again, this is a reason to use a brokerage that understands not only the brokerage world, but also the digital world. We are not just brokers, but also internet entrepreneurs that own and operate website businesses and Amazon companies. We know the ins and outs of digital companies, and we're in the best position to help protect your valuable information. Our experience in business brokering is second to none. You will be hard-pressed to find another brokerage anywhere in the nation that has closed more deals than we have. And a thriving factor for this is that we don't waste time with bad buyers. Now, third, let's discuss buyer liquidity. Business financing is oftentimes the one thing that keeps a business from selling. And even if it's a FSBO, or for sale by owner, and or potential buyer are able to connect with a bank, there are a number of steps in the process that can cause massive problems. And the documentation process and lending procedure, especially if the deal is an SBA-backed transaction. And just to be clear on this, 99% of all banks will not even consider a small business loan unless the SBA is backing the deal, because the risk is just too great. Now, cold calling banks, even your own bank, for a small business loan is a complete waste of time. The team at Website Closers has close banking relationships with both regional and national banks, as well as with private equity groups. We have brought them a large number of deals over the years, so they've come to respect our brokers, our filtering process, and they know we only bring them good deals with home run buyers and solid companies. We don't waste their time with bad deals, and so they take every one of our deals seriously. To this end, we have a regimented way of reviewing buyers to ensure that they are able to handle the business and the debt service post-acquisition. We know what the lending ratios are. We ask the right questions at the right time to ensure that the buyer will bring to the table what he is ready and willing and able to do to close on this business. Now, there's many aspects to identifying the right buyer for a business. So if you have any questions about our processes at websiteclosers.com, we invite you to call or email us at info@websiteclosers.com or 800-251-1559. And we'll give you a step-by-step approach to our methods so that you have complete confidence in our ability to represent you during your exit. Thank you for listening today. And for more information on the videos that are involved in selling or buying a company, go to YouTube and type in websiteclosers.com.